to the cloud. All right. I apologize to anybody who is watching and we weren't recording yet. Okay, we're gonna open over. So if you haven't downloaded it yet and you're gonna need to catch up, that's okay. You can always watch the recording. And there's also another really great team training recording in GoalGetters all about over, okay? So don't worry if you can't follow along at this very moment. So I have the free version of over. So we're not gonna do anything that you're not gonna be able to do without paying for it or anything like that. We're gonna click this plus button here. I like to scroll over and hit white. And then I scroll over and the 9:16 is the story size. So we're just gonna hit the check mark. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the left to images. And I'm gonna click on this picture. So I'm gonna kind of scrunch it up and just hit the check mark. So I don't want to put all of my Super Reds information directly on this page because it would be a hot mess, right? Nobody would be able to focus on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit graphic and I'm going to type in free white because it's going to come up with,
too fast.
Sorry. It's going to come
I don't even know how you got to this point.
Okay, here, hang on. So we hit the plus button on the front screen, okay? We scroll over on the top and you click on white.
Okay.
And then we scroll over. And this one, the 9:16, that's the story size.
Okay.
So you hit the check mark at the top.
Okay.
It's gonna open up just a blank screen basically. So on the bottom left is image. Click on that. And then you kind of scroll through. I have 6 million baby pictures right now. And you pick whatever you picked as a background.
Oh, okay.
So this is mine. So I'm just gonna drag it open with my thumbs and hit the check mark. So we need something to put our words and our pictures on. So you're gonna hit the graphic button in the middle on the bottom. You can actually save, if it's something that you're gonna use multiple times, you can actually save it right here. So these are things that I've used multiple times. I'm gonna type in, you can type in whatever is gonna match your background that you chose. Free gray, free black, free, you know, whatever you wanna do, type free first though. You wanna do free circle, that's what I'll do first. I'll do free circle. You can do free word bubble. All of these things are going to pop up. So you just kind of pick which one you think goes best. I'm going to say free white. And I'm going to pick, where's my little free white box? I don't know where it went. Free white square, maybe?
I thought it was board. Okay.
Huh?
I thought it was whiteboard, but you got it.
Yeah. Okay, so I click on that. Okay, so what I can do now is I can actually twist it and I can turn it around if I want to. Okay, I'm gonna hit the check mark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on images again. And I'm gonna click on my fruits and veggies. Now my background that I chose does not go with this picture at all, but that's okay. So before I hit the check mark, I'm gonna drag myself over down here on the bottom because you see how on the bottom there's a little spot on there that I don't want. So I'm going to mask and I'm gonna choose the fuzzy one. And I'm just gonna drag my finger along the bottom because I don't want that part. And I'm actually gonna kind of drag it around a little bit here. So this is just an example. You can obviously like go back in and change these things.
Wait, how did you add the picture on there? On the
So you go to image and you just pick it and you put it on top.
You go to image. Hold on.
Yeah, image is on the bottom left.
Oh, I put the checkbox after we put the white. After you put the whiteboard. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do the whiteboard or whatever you want to pick,
And then image.
and then
Oh,
you put your image up there.
see.
Yeah. And you can always go back and edit things. Like I could click on my background right now, and I can hit edit, and I can actually change the colors even if I want to. Assuming it's not a pro color. So you can do a lot of things once you've already done stuff. So to save this particular one, and there's probably better ways to do this. Like I'm noticing that I think I can actually do more. I don't know. I'm not a pro at this. This is just the way that I do it. So if anyone else knows a better way, definitely let me know. 'Cause I'm sure there is one. I go to I'm gonna, well, before I save it, I'm gonna hit text. And I'm gonna type, do you get enough fruit and veggies in your day? Now, I don't want it to be super wide, so I'm gonna keep it to 3 words per line. And I'm gonna just hit the check mark here. Now, obviously, it can't be white. I'm gonna change it to black just because. Hit the check mark. And I need to move this up. Here, a little munchkin. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the top right. That's the save button. I'm gonna hit save. Now this is the part that I'm sure there's a better way, but I hit close. I go to my projects and I just click on it again. And then we can create a new slide. It just saved it into our pictures, so you don't have to worry about that. So now I don't want to use this picture anymore. I'm going to replace it.
Monica,
Yes.
can I tell you what I learned actually?
Yes, please.
Okay, so click on it again.
Okay.
So you see the tab where it says one, no, click on the X. Okay, so click on the top, no.
What's happening?
Put the picture,
Oh.
okay. Where the one is at, no, get out of there. And the one that, the middle one that looks like it's double, like the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna click on the, oh yes, that one. Okay, you're gonna do the copy one, the one far right, next to the plus. So there you have it, and you can change it, and you can add as many, and then when you go to save, you can say, it'll give you the option to save all of them or only the one that you, because you already saved the other, it's gonna give you the option to just save the current slide.
Perfect.
And I learned, so that's how I did my slides last time. It's pretty cool.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
So we're going to edit this one. So we're going to click. You can click on the picture. We don't want these fruits and vegetables anymore, right? So we're going to replace them. And we're going to go like this. We're going to click on that. Okay. I'm really not sure what possessed me to choose these sunflowers. You can move it around the way you want. Now you can fade the sides in. Going into mask. Okay. Go in there. See, that's a very blunt edge. You can undo that though. You can click on the fuzzy one. You can go around if you want to. You can do whatever you want. Hit the check mark. Now we can change our text.
Open the dock.
And we're gonna
Wait, sorry,
say,
how are you? My bad. I'm sorry, Monica.
how am I what?
How are you fading like the corner?
Oh, okay.
Whichever. Sorry, I was like.
It's okay. So when you click on the picture and you hit edit,
Edit. Okay.
it's all the way on the right. There's the mask feature. So this is a very blunt one. This one on the far left. This one you can kind of fade it in. So you can always go back and you can fix it. So this is how we create the story content. So you always want to have at least 4 slides because you need an introduction of what it is, of why you would need it. You need a couple that are talking about the ingredients so that you don't overwhelm people. And then you need one more that's going to be a call to action one so that you can have like a poll on it and all of that. And like I said, you can always go back and edit. And so then you would change this to say something like 30 richly pigmented red fruits and veggies to help reduce inflammation. It would be helpful. I could spell inflammation. Reduce inflammation, boost your immune system, and I don't know, something else. But that's where you would put that. So is that making sense how you would create those? Any
How are
questions?
you getting the text on there? Like, do you have to like sometimes make it bigger because?
Yeah, the text on here is confusing. I'm sure there's better ways. So when I hit change text, sometimes if I want it to be, I mean, you can definitely change the font however you want. Sometimes I want it to be more like rigid or whatever, and like a tighter compact. So I'll pick like just 3 words and I'll just go back, and I'll just keep doing that. Then I hit enter. So it kind of, and then I'm like, oh, well, that
Hey,
doesn't make
Monica.
any sense. Yes.
I don't know if everyone on here does has iPhone, but I have Android. I don't know if it does the same for you, but like Monica, like when she said that she only wanted like 3 words on a line, she knows like her sizes already because she does slides a lot. So sometimes you'll have to play with it to see, because if you just type it out and then you increase the size, it changes the whole like layout of the text, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So you just gotta play with it a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's a little different. That's a good point. Okay, so that's how we create that type of slide, but I want to show you guys how we could create a business slide. Okay? And you could use the same thing for host to post. So we're going to swipe out of here and let's go back to Pinterest and find yourself a background that you think you would like to put your face on. Okay? So you don't want it too crazy, but it could be fun. I'm gonna look up aesthetic picture wallpaper.
What is this to look for?
Like
Send it?
just
What do you
send
Something
me
think?
for a business host to post
business.
or business slides. We're gonna do business slides, but it's gonna give you the same concept, but you want something that you can put your body or your face on. So like I love this one of the bikes, but it's gonna look stupid if I try to put my face on it. So you want something that doesn't have that. Pretty.
You just type business?
No, just pretty background.
Background, yeah. So like I'm gonna choose this one. I'm just gonna screenshot it because my phone won't allow me to save it, but yours might. And we'll crop it. And then I'm gonna go back into Over. And I'm gonna wait a second just to see if everybody's all set. Okay, so what we were gonna do is we're gonna hit that top left down button. Okay, so now we can hit the plus button again.
We're back in Over?
Yeah.
Back and over, yeah. All right, we're gonna hit that white one again because it gives us a nice clean background. We're gonna
Monica.
go. Yes.
One more time. Can you show me how you just went back in there? Because I'm in over, but it still has
Okay.
that reds on there.
Okay. So if you're in here, there's a bottom left or the top left downward arrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Thank
click
you.
on that. You're welcome. Okay, so we click the plus button. And then we click white. And then we find the stories one.
You have to slide. No, up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it says white. And then you're gonna go to the 916 one.
916.
Then we hit the, Sandy's got her own personal assistant.
That's
The
right.
check mark. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the left and hit image. And we're gonna pick the one that we wanted. Okay, so now here comes the fun part.
Background part.
Oh,
Now we go on to images, and you need to find a picture that you want to put in the bottom corner that you're gonna crop around yourself. I'm gonna show you guys how to put yourself all fancy, like just you on your background.
Sandy's
So
been wanting to do this so badly.
it's so much fun. So let's find.
Wait, you gotta give us a few minutes to think of the right.
Yep. Pick a good picture. I gotta scroll through my bajillion
All the
children
babies.
pictures. So many babies. Can we just take a minute, guys, and just look at this? I mean, really.
Yes. Yes.
So cute.
My heart.
She's ridiculous. Okay, where's.
Oh
So
my
much
goodness.
baby.
So cute.
I need to stop taking so many pictures of them.
I get it. I'm the same way with my niece. It's my camera roll.
Monica, I'm telling you, every time I look at your pictures, I think you're a mom.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I would honestly think you're a mom.
All right. I'm getting there. It's probably taking everybody just as much time.
Oh, that will never happen for me. Not in this system.
No.
No. I love other people's kids though. They're awesome.
All right.
My nieces and nephew are my babies.
In the house.
Yes.
That's all
Yes,
like
I have,
at least.
I have a million babies of my
No.
that are not my own. Where is a picture that I want to use?
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah. We're just going to use that one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, so let me show you guys. So this is where the mask feature comes in very handy.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start out with the one on the far left, the big white circle. And
The
you're going
big-
to take the far outlines, don't get super close to your body, but get close-ish.
We're using the mask feature right now?
Yes, we're using mask.
Okay.
So don't do like the fine details, but do the bigger details with the thick white one. I've discovered, especially when you have curly hair, it's better not to use the other or that for close up. Okay, so now once you get a little closer, click on the fuzzy one. And you're gonna scroll in.
See.
And then you're just going to use that one and you're going to get as close to yourself as you can. And when you use the fuzzy one, I find it's a lot better.
When I found out how to do this, it was amazing.
It's a fun thing and it makes you feel like a blogger.
When I found out how to do that, I was like, oh my.
Yes. Yeah, it's fun. And once you get better at it, it doesn't take 1,000 years. And this is the most complicated
go down to
making
the bottom,
app, so
and then
that's why
it
we're
goes
using
faster.
this one.
Yeah. Do you see it?
You have to get like really close. So if you're ever wondering how people get so good with it, you
It's
just get
okay. We
really
always
close.
back.
I'm even gonna get inside some of my little curls. So, and if you can always hit this top left backwards arrow if you just like royally mess up, and it will take you back a step. So don't worry if you like get a little heavy-handed with it. You can go back.
Buzzes it out.
Yeah,
Monica,
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but I can't. I'm trying to look for that mask, and I can't find it.
I can't find it either. I just started looking for it too.
Okay, tap on your picture because you probably already finalized it. Tap on your picture and hit edit,
Okay.
and then scroll all
Found
the
it.
way to the right on the bottom. Yeah, it should be there.
Oh yeah, I found it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And don't worry if you guys don't finish this like right now or anything like that. This is just giving you the tools to be able to create your own story slides. I mean, if we were all going to finish these, it would take us till midnight. And I mean, I've got to be chasing small creatures again in 10 hours. So can't do that. Okay, so we're just going to, make it look as fancy as you can. Because this made me feel so legit, you guys, when I figured out how to do this. Okay. And when you're really scrolled in like this, it's kind of cool because you can really just get, and you can get super close. And that's what everybody says. They say just scroll in so close.
And which one are you using to do that?
I'm using the fuzzy one to get the close stuff. So not the far left one, not this one, but this one.
Okay. That's what I'm using, but I'm not getting that close up at all.
Neither am I.
You have to really pinch it. Everyone's phone might be different. I don't know.
Oh, you have to pinch it in yourself.
Yeah, you pinch it in yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so see how when I scroll back out, that's what it looks like? And then I'm going to drag myself down to the bottom. And then you can feel all fancy. Okay, so I'm going to go to graphic. I'm going to type in free word bubble. I'm going to pick the word bubble that I want the most. Wait, where did all the free word bubbles go? Maybe I'll just do free bubble. Let's see what happens. There we go. So you can just pick the one that you think fits your particular picture the most. I'm just going to pick this one. And kind of center it where I want it. Am I going too fast for everybody?
Can we can move the picture, right, to the corner after you're done.
Yeah, once you hit the check mark, you can move it. And you can always, like if you haven't finished getting as close as you need to, you can always tap and hit edit and go back. So don't worry about that.
So how do you get the word bubble again? Sorry.
So go to graphic on the bottom middle and type in free bubble.
Free.
And don't worry, guys. Once we finish with this, I'm going to show you an easier app. I just wanted to show you guys the more complicated one so that you know how to do this one because it's cooler looking. But the story, like the other ones, we can do too. This one just looks more legit. Okay,
this one does look legit though. This
Yeah.
one's really good.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Once you get it figured out, it's so easy too. When we did a training with Tara on this, it blew my mind. Is Sandy hyperventilating?
That's the bubble that you chose, right? Yeah, I could see
You can
it.
choose whichever bubble you want. And so I'm going to hit the text and I'm going to say, hi, let me introduce myself. My name is
What?
Monica. I am a nanny, a full-time volunteer, and I help care for my mama who has MS.
That's all gonna be in the bubble?
All gonna be in my bubble. I'm gonna make it fit.
What font are you using? That's nice.
That is it's a good question. Sydney Sans Serif. I do have a few free, or a few that were gifted or whatever. Not gifted, but like, I don't know. Bree gave me some free ones that she had.
You go to text.
Yeah, you go to text.
So save the bubble that you picked, and then you go to text.
And you can kind of like, you see how I kind of like edited how my words were so that it would fit the way I wanted it to? Susanna, do I have to save it before I go to the one, or I don't have to save it first? Is she still on here? Is she? I can't see who's on here because of the. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
asking for?
Yeah. Do I have to save it before I click the one and the plus, or after?
Oh, it'll duplicate when you're done with it. It'll duplicate whatever you've done to it at the moment.
So I can click the one first before saving it.
Yes. Yeah. You
Okay.
click the one and then you duplicate.
Thank you. Okay.
Now
So-
another tip, because the girls are asking about the text, you can do like every single line separate, but that's gonna take you longer. Because if you wanted to switch it, a certain way,
Yeah.
do different boxes, but it's gonna take you longer.
Right.
Mine's not fitting in the bubble. Like I have to like.
Yeah.
The bubble bigger?
Yeah. You can make the bubble bigger. You can hit out. Like I could have gone in between introduce and myself. I could have hit the backspace and then enter. So I kind of like did that so that the words would fit properly. Yeah.
Okay.
So now in this second one, I'm going to say, let's see, what am I going to say? Let's see, 18 months ago, I realized I needed to have a more flexible schedule. I found an amazing opportunity to work from my phone. And you see, I've already kind of, because I've done this particular text bubble, I know how to like where to hit the enter button to make it fit.
Sorry, so the first one you save. Or you
So
like
she said you don't save it, you just hit the one button on the top and it duplicates it.
the one button.
So at the top, do you see in the middle it says right here?
Uh-huh.
So then the bottom right, see how there's two boxes?
Let's say.
So this is my first one,
This
and
one's
then I hit the bottom right and it duplicated it.
Did you save that
No, I haven't saved it yet.
on that?
Oh, so I did a check mark first.
And then on the
No, you
bottom?
don't have to save it first.
Oh, you don't?
No, that's what I just asked Susanna.
Oh
She said
no,
no.
because after I put the text, you have to save it, and then you click the one, right?
You don't have to save it first. You can click the one first.
Oh, but mine doesn't show up. I don't know why.
No,
Oh.
yeah, you have to check. You have to click on the check mark, and then it'll give you that
Oh,
option.
click on the check mark. Right, yes. So I'm going to duplicate again because so first I introduced myself and said a little bit about myself. Then I talked about the opportunity, right? So now I'm going to change my text again.
Wait,
For
how do
this.
you duplicate it? How do you put it onto the next?
The bottom right, there's the two squares. That's the one, yeah. So now that I talked about the biz, I'm going to say this was exactly what I was looking for. A job that I can do anytime and any place. So obviously you guys are telling your own stories here. You're not saying exactly the same thing that I am, because we are not exactly the same people and we're attracting different people, right? But some of these slides, I sometimes make these like 10 slides long because you don't want to put a ton of information on every single one. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my fourth one.
Oh, what did the second one say? Your second.
It said that I found a, what did it say? That's a good question. Let's see. Oops. Let's see. My second one said 18 months ago, I realized I needed to have a more flexible schedule, and I found an amazing opportunity to work from my phone. And don't worry, I'll show you guys all of these in a minute. Get to work with an amazing team of women helping friends get started on their help. So this is just an example, an idea. And I'm just going to keep on going. And I'm going to, so once I told them about what it was, now I'm going to say what it's done for me. Now, if it hasn't done anything for you yet because you're brand new, talk about what it's going to do for you. So, I have been able to travel to 3 countries I'm talking about my traveling and hoping to connect with people that way. Is this making sense to everybody so far? Is anybody confused?
No, it's good.
Okay, cool. Diamond is the 4th rank in the company. Ruby, wait, distributor, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond. Okay.
Executive?
Executive, I don't think technically counts anymore. I don't know for sure though.
Man, this app blew my mind.
It does.
It does
It
count.
still counts. Yes.
Okay. So I'm talking. Hang on. So I'm never going to fix this in my text box. Nope. Okay, we're going to move on to the next app in just a minute. So we can all go back and finish these. Because I want to show you the one that's going to be like a little bit simpler.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so then you save
Ooh.
it.
You save the text that's on there. And then
Wow, I'm really failing at this part.
Where's the
let me see. Okay, what did you do?
I saved it? She said not to save it.
No, so you saved it. So you see here the one. You click that, and then you
Oh.
duplicate it, and then go back,
And then
and
you
then
start
that's,
writing.
and then you start writing.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
So apparently you can only go up to 6.
Only 6.
I guess so. So I'm saving all 6 of them. And then I'm just gonna go. And I'm gonna do a call to action one at the very end. If you have been wanting to have a more flexible schedule, you have portable income, please reach out. Okay. Message opportunity. Oops. Or fill out.
So the second slide is pretty much saying like why you joined, right?
Yeah, you want to talk about like what you needed and then why you joined.
Okay. And this is being recorded. You're gonna put this on the chat, right?
And then
Yes.
we need to do one for the filling out the app in my bio.
Wants to go on.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe a training at another time to learn how to do the application in our bio.
If anyone wants to learn how to do that, message me on, wow, I really can't make this fit. Message me on Facebook, and I have a video that was sent to me that I can send to you.
Okay.
And it definitely helped me a lot. It made it very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an 8-minute long video. And it
I've been
could
wanting
probably-
to do that ever since Cheyenne talked about it.
Yeah, it definitely has made a difference for me because you can it's just easier to like know more about the person and whether or not they're even right for the job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna pause what we're doing here. You guys can definitely come back and finish this, but I want to show you a very simple app that you can use. Hopefully you guys have this downloaded. We're gonna use the Unfold app for a minute. So if you don't have it downloaded, it's easy to follow along after. But I'm gonna click on it. It's probably the most simplified app. I also love StoryArt and Canva. But
Oh, I have StoryArt.
Okay. Unfold is a very simple one. So I just hit the plus button. Create story. I tap on here and you can figure out what you want to do. So it gives you formats. So I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to, we're going to pretend this is a picture of me.
Monica, is it Unfold Story template or Unfold Story template or Unfold? I don't know. I have two on here.
I don't know. It looks like this.
I think it's just Unfold Story templates. I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're just going to use little Levi as an example. Okay, so you can do that. And then you can say, I am 3 weeks old. Okay, so pretend like you're talking about yourself. Okay, so bottom right, there's this. You can add stickers. Okay. Bottom right, background. You can pick colors. You can do a texture instead. Now you can pay for more, but like say we want to do that, but I'm gonna pick this nice blue color. Okay. So we're gonna pretend like that's our first slide. We're gonna, on the top right, I'm gonna click Save to Device. Now it's in your pictures. Okay, so then for your next slide, you can just re-edit. And you just type what you want to type. You can change the text. You can change, let's see. You can change the color. You can change how, a bunch of different things. You can even make it in a white box. And go back to typing. So this is just another very simple one that you can use. You can say, I don't want that anymore. You can duplicate the exact same thing and just change different words. You can add a text box here. So is this making sense how this one is like just a very simplified version?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay. You can make it bigger. So this one's a little bit boring, but it's also very easy. So if you need something very basic, this one's going to work for you because you can just put your product picture and you can, in the description, you can talk about it. So that's an example. Now, if you are wondering, so like say you're looking at my Instagram and mine does not flow super nice because I cannot make up my mind about what my preset is going to be. But if you'll notice, let's see, let me go back to when it was a good preset. Okay, so you notice how they're all pretty similar, right? That's because I have a preset in the app called Lightroom. And there's different presets. So like this is one preset. So it's a little different. This was a different preset. You can go onto Etsy if you decide that you want to do that. And you can download a preset that you like. And then you can download the app Lightroom.
Where the
And so-
ashes are there? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Okay. And then once you do it and you get it in there, you just pick your picture that you want.
Is that an app called Lightroom?
Yeah, it's an app called Lightroom. And you download the picture of the preset into the app and you save it as a preset. And so when I'm creating content, now this preset that I bought is not for this little guy, it's for my skin. So like these you can mess with though. This one came with several. This is one of my old presets, but you see how it changes his look.
It's this one, right? With the L and the R?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first time you're going to download a preset, it's going to be confusing.
What's a preset?
It's how your pictures, so you see how my pictures all have kind of the same color tones to them?
Okay.
They kind of flow.
Okay.
So what I do before I post my pictures, I go into Lightroom because I bought a preset. If you're new, you do not have to worry about this. This is not like the biggest thing on the planet to worry about, but it is something that I will do to try to achieve like a more blogger style look. And I just pick the one that I like out of a certain set.
Yeah, it's
So if
like
you're
when people,
wondering,
I'm
Hmm?
sorry, I'm talking over you.
it's okay.
It's like when people go to your page and they see your page and everything looks just really pretty and coordinated,
Mhm.
color coordinated and things like that.
Exactly. You want it to look like it flows. So like this was a preset that I didn't like because it doesn't flow. So that's why I'm changing it. You also want to try to make, so I need to like update my highlight covers because they don't really match with my everything else. But yeah, you just kind of figure out what's going to be eye-catching. You know, what pictures can you post that are going to catch the eye? This picture got me diamond because of what it means. So you can say a lot with a picture. If people are following your story, they're going to understand that picture. You can't tell my mom is in a wheelchair in this picture, but because I post about it all the time, people understand that, you know? So like you can create your content and then make it so that a picture like this blows up because people, apparently it says a lot, you know? So as you create your content and you create your story, people are going to get to know you and they're going to want to support you. So you can tell by looking at not that this is perfect by any means, but you can look at this and you can tell a lot about my personality just by looking at this. So that's what you're going to want your people to see when they open up your profile. Literally the only product I have is this picture right here. Otherwise, they shouldn't be able to tell that you're a distributor from looking at your pictures. They should just be like, oh, she likes to travel and she likes kids and she likes animals and you know what I mean? Make it eye-catching for people. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. And you guys can tell me, like, does anybody, this has been going on for an hour now, so does anybody have any questions? I don't wanna leave people hanging, but I also don't wanna make it go on forever. So let me know, I wanna answer any questions that you guys have.
Was the last app you used Lighthouse? No.
Lightroom.
Lightroom. Okay.
And don't be embarrassed if you cannot figure it out. I had to have Tara download the first 3 presets for me. I literally handed her my phone and was like, I can't do this. So if you can't figure it out right away, don't feel like you're dumb. It just doesn't always work right away. But yeah, Lightroom is how people have a you just kind of have to think about what your personality and what type of pictures you post and then go from there when it comes to the preset that you're going to download. Yeah. Any other questions? Sandy, you're talking, but your voice isn't nothing's coming out.
I put my disguise because you know.
Oh, she's got her panda on.
The only thing is that I can't sit because.
The little tail, the little, wait, you can't see your bun.
Okay. You see it?
No, I can see it.
It has a little tail.
So when she sits down, it feels funny.
All right,
That's funny.
hop off because I gotta.
That's hysterical. Oh, I'm gonna stop the recording. How do I do that? Oh, I'm not host there.
Where are you going to be putting the recording?
It's going to hang on. How do I?